Hello friends, this is Ashirwad here. In this video I will explain you the detailed analysis of the first program. In fact, we are going to discuss this particular thing in detail. Okay. If you remember, I told you that system.out.println is used to print something on screen. Like in this case we are printing hello to all programmers. Okay, so what is println? Clearly it's a method. How did we identify that it's a method? Well, it has parentheses, it has these rounded brackets with it. So with whatever we have these rounded brackets, okay, we call it method. And what is system? Well, it is a class. Okay, so how do we identify that a particular thing is a class? By default in Java, all the classes have first letter capital. Okay, so always remember that, and that way we can say system is a class. The big question is, did we make this class? The answer is no. It is a predefined class, guys. Java has a huge library of predefined classes. Okay, and if you remember, in the previous lectures I have mentioned that a class contains two things. It's either property or method or both. Okay, so when we are talking about this system class, and when we are saying that we are using system class here, we can say we are trying to access either one of the properties of system class or one of the methods of system class. Okay, so let us discuss this whole thing in detail. Now let me minimize this screen and I am going to explain it here. Okay, now this is a class. Okay, and right after system we have used the dot operator, as you can see here. Okay, the dot operator. So what for we use dot operator? We use it to access either a property of a class, okay, or a method of a class. This property or method is defined inside this class. Okay, so this is what this dot operator means. So when we write system dot, that tells the Java compiler that access either property or method. So which property or method we are going to access, that depends. Okay, so what is this out? Since we have used system dot and right after this dot we have used out, and this out does not have brackets like these. Okay, so we can clearly say it's a property, so which is defined inside the system class. So system is a class, out is its property. And what is println? It's a method, but this method is called via this object. Okay, so this object is invoking the println method. So what is actually happening behind the scenes? Okay, I have written the structure here. We have two predefined classes in Java. One is of course the system class, and the other predefined class is print stream class. Okay, so we are not going to discuss the very technical part of these two classes, because you will simply get confused. Okay, or the terminology might sound a bit difficult. Okay, so I'm trying to keep it very simple. Okay, so what we have is, we have a print stream class which is predefined in Java, and inside this class we have a predefined function or method called println. Okay, so println function is actually defined in which class? Print stream class. And what is happening in system class? Okay, we have a property called out, but this property has what data type? As we discussed earlier, property can also be called as variable, and if we are calling it a variable, it must have a data type. So we have discussed all the predefined data types as well, and one of them, if you remember, was string. Okay, and I also mentioned that string is also a class, so that way we can say that a class also works as a data type, and same thing is happening here. So what we are doing here is we are declaring a property with the name out inside the system class, but the data type of this out property or out variable is print stream. Okay, where print stream is itself a predefined class acting as a data type here. Okay, so just remember that. So when you write system.out.println and inside the brackets whatever you write, okay, so of course this hello all is going to be printed as the output on the screen, okay, as we have written it inside the double quotes. So whatever you write inside the double quotes is printed as it is. Okay, so what is happening here? We are using system class, and through this class we are accessing its property called out, and this out is actually a variable, or you can say it's an object. Okay, remember we discussed objects in one of our previous lectures. Okay, so how can we say it's an object? The reason is cleared right here. Okay, this out has a data type print stream, and print stream is a class, so we call it object rather than variable. Okay, just like we have, let me write it here, string s. So in this case s is of course a variable of type string, but we better call s as an object of type string. So it is just a terminology that we use in Java. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you that out is an object. So coming back to this thing again, system class, and in this class we have an object called out. So what is out? It's an object, and through this object out we are accessing println method. So in which class we have println method defined? In system class? No, println method is defined in the class of which out is the object, and out is the object of which class? Print stream class. So this is exactly what I have written here. Okay, so ultimately this thing is going to print something on screen, of course, and in this case when you have written anything inside double quotes, it will be printed as it is. And system.out.println can also be used to print values of variables like this. Okay, so again we have a variable I having value 100, and if you write system.out.println I, so remember I have not written I inside double quotes, so it will print its value directly, which is 100. Okay, so I hope the concept of system.out.println is clear to you. Okay, if you have any other questions, please do let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe.